12 years, a decision that underscores the gravity of Luan's extensive criminal history and its ensuing consequences. The courtroom was permeated with palpable emotion as victims articulated their anguish and anger towards Luan, thus vividly illustrating the profound effects his actions have had on their lives. Patricia Hauer delivered a poignant statement during the sentencing phase, articulating the devastating loss of her husband and accentuating the imperative need for justice, thereby highlighting the far-reaching ramifications for victims' families. The prosecution's focus on Vegas Bray's obsession with Victor Cato serves to emphasize how personal relationships can spiral into tragic outcomes, with Bray's premeditated actions indicating a deeply troubling pattern of behavior. Matthew Call, charged with the murder and sexual abuse of Ian Brooks, stands as a stark reminder of the severe consequences associated with violent acts. Testimonies revealed Call's attempts to deflect blame, rather than confronting his culpability, suggesting a lack of accountability. The case of Anana Smith brings to light critical themes surrounding youth involvement in violent confrontations. Surveillance footage may yield essential insights into the moments preceding the tragic shooting of Trey, indicating the complexities of such incidents. The legal ramifications faced by those implicated in violent crimes illustrate the justice system's stringent response. 2 men were handed life sentences for the murder of a young girl, a consequence stemming from a vengeful plot. Emotional testimonies from victims' families serve to convey the profound pain inflicted by acts of violence. A bereaved father expressed his fury directly to the perpetrators during sentencing, providing a raw glimpse into the personal toll of these crimes. The video subsequently delves into the intricacies surrounding domestic violence cases. A father stands accused of shooting his daughter, prompting further investigations and legal ramifications that highlight the systemic failures often inherent in such scenarios. The trial encapsulates the emotional burden borne by the victim, who had to confront her assailant in court while recounting her traumatic ordeal. This scenario exemplifies the multifaceted challenges of victim testimony in cases of this nature. The defense strategy revolved around asserting that the victim had consented, yet the jury's dismissal of this argument mirrors society's increasing intolerance for victim-blaming rhetoric prevalent in sexual assault cases. This case underscores the pivotal role of the judicial system in addressing sexual violence. The judge's decision to impose a substantial sentence aims not only to provide justice for the young victim but also serves as a deterrent against future transgressions. The crime scene itself unveiled a grim tableau, with multiple victims positioned in a harrowing manner, further emphasizing the brutality of the act. Each detail serves to amplify the horror of the situation. Investigators discovered numerous knife blades scattered throughout the residence, suggesting a violent struggle had taken place. The absence of knife handles raises additional inquiries regarding the nature of the attack. Forensic evidence collected from the scene included blood samples and swabs, underscoring the thoroughness of the investigation. Such evidence is instrumental in identifying the perpetrators involved. The group's initial visit to Sheila's home reveals a tense dynamic, particularly as one individual encounters discomfort with Sheila's boyfriend in her bedroom. This situation exemplifies the complexities of personal relationships and the unexpected challenges they present. Following their departure from Sheila's residence, the group makes a brief stop at the grandmother's house, only to find it empty, thereby highlighting the ephemeral nature of their familial interactions. This underscores the transient connections they maintain with their loved ones. The visit to Kimball's apartment introduces a new group of individuals, referred to as folks, which may signify a potentially hazardous association with gang affiliations. This moment foreshadows the serious repercussions that will unfold later in the narrative. The jury's unanimous verdict reflects a significant consensus regarding the defendant's guilt, indicative of the rigorous examination of evidence presented throughout the trial. Sentencing follows the guilty verdict, during which the judge meticulously discusses the implications of the committed crimes. It is the judge's responsibility to ensure that justice is administered in accordance with legal standards. Emotional responses from defendants may surface, illustrating the human aspect of legal proceedings. However, the court prioritizes factual evidence over emotional narratives during the sentencing phase. The defendant exhibited reckless driving behavior, traveling at 73 miles per hour, more than double the speed limit, just prior to the collision, thus indicating a blatant disregard for public safety. This velocity proved to be a critical factor in the tragic outcome. Video evidence presented during the trial depicted the victim's vehicle proceeding through a green light prior to the impact, further underscoring the defendant's blatant disregard for established traffic regulations. This raises vital concerns regarding adherence to traffic laws. The catastrophic impact of the collision resulted in the immediate destruction of the victim's car, a grim testament to the devastating consequences of impaired driving and a lack of caution on the road. The defendant's history of reckless driving and alcohol abuse culminated in this serious incident, with his driver's license revoked due to prior convictions for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Witness testimonies illuminated the defendant's perilous driving behavior prior to the crash, providing essential support for the judge's determination that the defendant posed a significant threat to public safety. The judge delineates the objectives of the sentence, encompassing elements of punishment, safeguarding the community, and deterring future offenses. He asserts that the defendant's actions warrant a consecutive sentence, aimed at facilitating effective rehabilitation. Count 1 carries a Class C felony designation, with potential repercussions of up to 40 years of imprisonment. This breakdown includes 25 years of initial confinement followed by 15 years of supervised release. The sentencing reflects an unusually extended duration of incarceration, attributable to the aggravated nature of the case at hand. The judge placed particular emphasis on the defendant's considerable rehabilitative needs. Furthermore, Count 5 contributes an additional 8 years to the overall sentence, delineated as 5 years of initial confinement followed by 3 years of extended supervision. Notably, these sentences are imposed consecutively rather than concurrently.